What's going on, everyone? It's LJ, and I'm here to do a thread response to Lazerrus, or Dwayne's 80's thread. Forget the exact title of it, but what Dwayne wanted us to do is pick one album, 10 albums total, from each year of the 80s, 1980 through 1989, that represents our favorite album from that year. Not necessarily the highest charter, but your favorite. And it's one of those threads that, and I ran right after. Yahoo! Nice one! And as soon as I hit the shelves, it's like, whoa. Uh-oh. He said 5 from each year, right? Yeah, sure, it was 5. But alas, it was 1, and a lot of these edged each other out by a hair. A hair. A hair. It's crazy. But it was a great thread, and I think it served the purpose that Dwayne was looking to have everybody do, and that's get back in there and keep digging and keep pulling stuff out to listen to, get new stuff in rotation, and these threads are fantastic. Not only for helping us get to know one another, but for getting us back into our collections. Prolific decade, to say the very least. You can start with Reaganomics and work your way all the way up to Nirvana here, but we'll focus on the music instead. And I'm going to start 1980 with Echo and the Bunnymen's debut, Crocodiles. Such a great year for the new romantic and neo-psychedelic movement out of the UK, with things like the Psychedelic Furs debut, Teardrop Explodes, and this, my personal favorite debut from that year. And again, Crocodiles from Echo and the Bunnymen. Very dark, moody, Cure-ish kind of new wave or new romantic. It's a brilliant record. 1981, Iron Maiden's Killers. Paul Di'Anno's absolute pinnacle as a vocalist with Iron Maiden, and easily one of their best albums ever. I've had this for years and years and years. I stumbled on this far earlier than my parents would have preferred, probably 8 or 9 years old, and every track is stunning, an absolutely amazing record, and Paul's last with the band. 1982, Judas Priest's pinnacle, in my personal opinion, Screaming for Vengeance. Judas Priest has done a lot of things right over the years, and I think they've done a lot of things wrong over the years too. But Screaming for Vengeance is simply their shining moment, and stands for me, excuse me, on par with Stained Class as their best LP. I absolutely love every song on this record, and very easily 1982's choice of the year for me. 1983 was one of the most difficult years for me to choose, but I settled on U2's War. Big Star 1000 recently lamented that this was a period, I believe he showed a copy of Boy, which preceded this in October, as a period when U2 still had something valuable to say. I couldn't agree more, and every track on War is stunning. War gave us Sunday Bloody Sunday, New Year's Day, and my personal favorite U2 song, which is Surrender. Fantastic. 1984's choice is Big Country's sophomore effort, Steel Town. Big Country has a sound that's absolutely unique unto themselves, with the Scottish influence and tinge to what could be considered a synth-pop record. And this and their debut LP, which is over here, are both phenomenally amazing records. Steel Town is every bit as good as their debut LP, and shouldn't be missed. 1985 brought me to Iron Maiden's Live After Death. This is at a point where Maiden's popularity had never been so intense. Bruce Dickinson behind the driver's wheel of Iron Maiden at this point, and just a double LP set from the Power Slave tour, and absolutely stunning from start to stop. It starts and it never lets up until it's done. It's a phenomenal record. 1986, I chose Queensryche's Rage for Order, and the reason I chose this release from Queensryche is this represented a huge musical growth for Queensryche, away from the earlier fantasy Dungeons and Dragons type epics of their first EP and their follow-up, The Warning. Rage for Order, their third release, got them to a period where they were ready to create Operation Mindcrime Boost, which would follow this, and is just as stunning. But Rage for Order is an amazing record. 1987, I chose Game Theory's Lolita Nation. An absolutely amazing double LP set that the only thing I've ever found to compare it to, because it's so unique unto itself, is maybe a Jesus and Mary chain. But the musicality, the pop craftsmanship, the creative force behind this double LP set or this record is stunning. It's one that's a little difficult to get into, but just so rewarding and not to be missed. 1988 brought me to Morrissey's solo debut, Viva Hate, created just months after the disbanding of the Smiths, one of the best bands ever. But this is my personal favorite Morrissey LP. Listen to this time and again, you know, this front to back. It's probably my second or third promo copy at this point, just from playing the grooves off of the record. This is a stunning release. Morrissey's a tremendous vocalist. And the only thing I've only wondered when I've always listened to this is, what would it have sounded like had the Smiths recorded this? Stunning. 1989, and last but not least, is Depeche Mode's Violator. Most familiar to all for Personal Jesus and Enjoy the Silence. In the latter of the two being, in my estimation, humble estimation, one of the best songs ever committed to vinyl. Simple. It's just a stunning album. So those are my answers. Dwayne, I hope you enjoyed them. It was a brilliant thread, really provoked some thought, and I can't wait to see what everybody else chooses. Reach out and touch faith, everyone. Ciao.